guys, what's going on? Dr. Hash here with Breakaway Chiropractic. Today I'm going to lay down the steps as to what we need to do when we're involved in a car accident. There's a lot of things that occur and go through your head when you are involved in a car accident, okay? First thing that you're going to be worried about is yourself, your car, the other parties that are involved, and their vehicle as well, and making sure that everybody's okay, all right? The first thing that we need to do whenever there is any type of car accident, automobile accident, anything like that, is we need to call the police. We need to get the police onto the scene. We need to get them to make sure that the site is safe for everybody that's around. And also we need to make sure that we're getting a police report filed. This gives a detailed report as to what happened from both parties' ends and the situation that was at hand. They will take as much notes as they can and put it into a report, so that way they can kind of set the scene as to what exactly happened. Step number 2 is documentation. We need to make sure that we're taking pictures of our vehicle and also any damages or injuries that may occur, whether it be seatbelt bruising or burning or airbag deployment, and any damages that could be occurred as well, okay? Next, we're going to take pictures of the other car's vehicles, so that way we have that for our records, and also making sure we get a picture of their ID, so we have their information, and also their insurance information. That way we can know who to reach out to in the event of the accident and knowing where we need to get to make sure that we're getting the coverage that we need. At this point, if you are in the situation where you are not at fault with the accident, seeking representation is a big thing. The reason you want to do that is that way you have the representation that you need to make sure that the third party's insurance and the attorney behind them are giving you everything that you need for the damage that occurred and any injuries that would be sustained during this time, okay? Also, a big thing during this time is also seeking medical attention. So whenever there's an accident, most of the time when you call the police out, they're gonna send fire and EMS out there. Get checked out by them, make sure that everything is okay, making sure that you don't need to be rushed to the hospital or anything like that. Moving along with seeking medical attention. If everything is deemed that you're doing okay and that you don't need to go to the emergency room, make sure we seek out medical help. Some of the best places to go to are a chiropractor, okay? Especially finding a chiropractor that deals with the adjustment and also the physical therapy aspect of things, okay? Part of the reason why you want to do that is to make sure that there are no long-term damages that are occurring to your body. Although most people may not feel any pain at the site of an injury, 7 to 10 days later is when everything sets in. Even if there's no apparent pain, what happens during any type of car accident is your ligaments overstretch. As your ligaments start to overstretch within your spine, which could lead to whiplash, then what happens is your muscles start to tighten up, and then your body starts to go through a process to where it leads to more inflammation into the body. As there's more inflammation into the body, that's where a lot of the pain sets in. A lot of times people think that once you get into an accident and there's no pain involved, you're okay. This is true to an extent. What people don't realize is all the things that were going on before the accident have now been heightened up because of the accident. So just to give you an example, if you've had multiple herniated discs in the past, or you've had low back pain, neck pain, headaches, things like that, as soon as you're involved in an accident, the likelihood of those symptoms and things that have been going on, of those getting worse, are very likely. So anything that you have had previously to the injury or the accident can become more apparent as time goes on. A lot of times people don't feel anything 7 to 10 days after the accident, which is why I always tell people, pay attention to things, because the first initial 48 to 72 hours, your body is in shock and you're running on complete adrenaline. So as we go through this process, that adrenaline wears off, that's where all the pain sets in. When you come into our office, there's a lot of things to expect, okay? First thing when you come in, you're gonna get greeted at the door, and we're gonna go through everything that we need to. We're going to do an examination. We're going to do x-rays to make sure that there's nothing going on that's gonna stop us from getting you adjusted on that day, making sure there's no breaks in the bones, fractures, anything like that, okay? As we go through that examination, we're gonna take a neurological approach to make sure that if there's any numbness and tingling, or we need to go through orthopedic testing to make sure That way we can get back to the correct diagnosis of what we need to do and which route we need to take with treatment. The x-rays are going to show us a lot of different things in regards to what was there and what could have been made worse with the accident as well. It'll give us a bigger picture and a bigger story. After that, we're going to kind of come up with a game plan as to what we need to do to get better. Generally in this situation, it's consistency at twice a week to where we're getting adjusted, really working on the strengthening aspects of things. Because like I mentioned earlier, whenever we get into an accident, those ligaments overstretch and become really weak. So now what we have to do, pairing that with the adjustment, is getting everything into alignment, but then strengthening all the surrounding muscles of the spine so that way they can heal stronger and also heal faster. That way the accident isn't leading to long-term chronic pain. Because a lot of times when people get in pain, they tend to chalk it up to, oh, it's normal, it's been that way. A lot of times people don't realize you don't need to live in a pain state all the time. By this point, if you haven't already seeked out representation, we can help you to get to where you need to be. You generally want to have that attorney set in place within the first 7 to 10 days of the accident. If not, latest by 2 weeks, because as you go through a 2-week process, then the case diminishes as time goes on, but we want to have the best representation for you and the best outcomes for you at the same time. Okay, whenever we seek out an attorney with letters of protection on their end, nothing comes out of your pocket from them or from us. So you get the treatment that you need for the duration of what you need, and that way nothing comes out of your pocket and you're kind of getting everything that you need to, okay? As we start getting better, we start kind of going through the processes of sending everything off to the attorneys to make sure that we have all of our notes in place, all the imaging in place, and everything that we need. So throughout this process, if you do need more help with pain management, we have the ability to send you out to pain management, whether it's just a consultation, whether you need injections, or whether you need prescription meds to potentially help ease some of the muscle spasms or some of the pain that you're dealing with. Also, MRIs or CTs. If there is a necessity to getting more imaging, it's going to give us a deeper picture as to what's going on, and also if there is any need for any other interventions as we go through this process. Car accidents can be a very scary thing altogether, okay? On the caveat side of things, if you don't have the representation, or even if you are at fault for the accident, there are other options as well. A lot of people don't realize that your car insurance has its own personal injury protection, or what's commonly known as PIP. So in the instance that you were the one that was at fault, or in the instance that an attorney may not take your case, in the state of Texas, they legally have to put personal injury protection onto your plan for your car insurance. Whenever you ask for any discounts, personal injury protections are the first thing that they take off. What many people don't realize is that you either have $2,500 or $5,000 set aside into your plan already to help you with medical expenses. So within the event that you have an accident and you don't have the option to go seek out an attorney, or you don't feel comfortable going that route, then personal injury protection is another way to go. What you do is call your car insurance and let them know that you want to file a PIP claim. Then whoever you go see, your chiropractor or physical therapist, whoever it may be, you take that claim number to them and they'll be able to file that for you. Make sure that whoever you are seeking out is going to not go over that limit, so that way you're not left with a bill at the end of it. If you guys have any questions about any of this process, please let us know. Reason we did this video is to kind of explain the ins and outs and the processes of what to expect in a car accident and what to do in a car accident. Make sure to share this video with your friends and family, because you never know when it's going to happen, and also at the same time, make sure that you are taking these steps to make sure that you get what you need out of it. Because at the end of the day, the other person's car insurance, aka third party, is only looking out what's in the best interest for their own client and their own business, so that way they're not having to pay out as much as what their policies and things are set out to be. So if you guys have any other questions, please let us know. And if you are ever in a car accident, please come and see us at Breakaway Chiropractic. Have a great day, guys. Take care.